What does it truly mean to be a wealthy wife in Singapore? Is it owning rooms filled with rare Hermes handbags that most people only ever see in magazines? Is it controlling luxury hotels that define global travel experiences? Or is it having a fortune so vast that acquiring a skyscraper in the central business district feels like just another transaction? For the women on this list, the reality often blends all of these worlds together. Today, we are counting down the 15 richest Singaporean wives, and as we move through this list, you will see how wealth here is not just about money, it is about influence, legacy, and power embedded across finance, property, politics, and global business. At the beginning of our list is a woman who sits close to the center of Singapore's institutional and political structure, though her path is defined more by professionalism than display. Loo Tse Louis built her career in private banking, working in environments where managing high-value portfolios and discreet client relationships are the norm. She later moved into family office work, further deepening her exposure to wealth management at the highest level. She also contributed to civic life through her role on the YMCA of Singapore board until 2024, reflecting a commitment to community alongside her professional work. She is married to Lawrence Wong, Singapore's Prime Minister, placing her within the nation's most important political household. However, her identity is not defined solely by that position. Instead, it reflects a balance of financial expertise, professional discipline, and public responsibility. Her public appearances are intentionally understated. At official events, she is seen in elegant, minimal fashion, accompanying diplomatic engagements and official visits. Her world is one of protocol, discretion, and access to high-level discussions rather than visible luxury. She sets the tone for this list. In Singapore, elite status can be powerful without being loud. Moving from politics to entrepreneurship, Roshni Matani Chugoni represents a different kind of influence, one built through technology and media. She is the founder and group CEO of The Parent Inc., the company behind the Asian Parent and Mama's Choice, platforms that reach millions across Asia. She is married to Darius Chung, founder of property technology platform 99.co, making them one of Singapore's most prominent tech founder couples. Together, they represent the intersection of real estate innovation and digital consumer ecosystems. With major funding rounds backing their companies and strong venture capital interest, much of their wealth is tied to equity rather than traditional assets. This makes their fortune dynamic, growing alongside the expansion of their businesses across the region. Some wealth is built quietly, while other wealth becomes public through lifestyle visibility. Jamie Chua is one of Singapore's most recognizable luxury personalities, known globally for transforming personal image into a commercial brand. Her initial financial foundation came from her marriage to Indonesian businessman Nurdin Quaker. Their divorce proceedings, widely reported in the media, highlighted the scale of assets involved and brought her into public attention. Since then, she has built a career around lifestyle influence, social media, and brand collaborations. Her home in Sentosa Cove is often showcased as a symbol of modern luxury living, complete with curated interiors and high-end design. One of her most iconic features is a dedicated collection space for luxury handbags, particularly Hermes pieces, alongside fine jewelry and designer fashion. Her wealth today is closely linked to her personal brand, built on visibility, exclusivity, and consistent engagement with luxury culture. Not all wealth is defined by spectacle. Some is embedded in everyday life. Anastasia Chendri Liu is the founder of Bengawan Solo, a brand deeply familiar to Singaporeans. What began as a small home-based business in the 1970s grew into a nationwide chain known for traditional Indonesian cakes and pastries. Over time, the brand became a staple in Singapore's cultural and culinary identity. With a strong presence at Changi Airport and across retail outlets, Bengawan Solo generates consistent revenue driven by both locals and international travelers. Her wealth is built on stability, brand loyalty, and cultural relevance. At the intersection of law, politics, and legacy stands Lee Stewart Fern. She is a respected corporate lawyer and founder of Stanford Law Corporation, later merged into Morgan Lewis Stanford, one of Singapore's prominent legal practices. Her career includes advising on major corporate transactions, IPOs, and cross-border deals, placing her at the top tier of legal expertise. She is married to Lee Hsien Yang, son of Singapore's founding Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, linking her to one of the country's most historically significant families. Together, their influence reflects both professional achievement and deep institutional legacy. Ong Chi Ching represents wealth created through development and real estate innovation. As executive chairman of KOP Limited, she has been involved in luxury property projects that redefine urban living concepts. Her developments include high-end residential and hospitality projects that target ultra-wealthy buyers across Asia. Rather than inherited wealth, her fortune is closely tied to project execution, investment strategy, and asset development. Born into one of Singapore's most well-known billionaire families, Kim Lim is the daughter of investor Peter Lim, whose wealth spans healthcare, sports, and property. Her lifestyle is widely documented, from luxury celebrations to private travel and exclusive events. She represents a younger generation navigating inherited wealth while building personal ventures. Carolyn Chu leads Worldwide Hotels Group, one of Singapore's largest homegrown hospitality chains. The group operates dozens of hotels across multiple brands, covering a significant portion of the country's hotel supply. Her leadership role involves overseeing large-scale operations, redevelopment planning, and expansion strategies across the region. While she maintains a relatively low public profile, her business decisions influence a major segment of Singapore's tourism infrastructure. Claire Chiang is a co-founder of Banyan Group, formerly Banyan Tree Holdings, a globally recognized luxury resort brand. Together with her husband Ho Kwon Ping, she helped shape the company into a pioneer of eco-luxury hospitality, combining sustainability with high-end travel experiences. The group operates resorts, hotels, and spas across Asia, the Middle East, and beyond, with a strong global footprint. Her wealth reflects long-term equity ownership and brand creation in one of Asia's most influential hospitality companies. During her leadership, Temasek's portfolio expanded significantly, reflecting global investment reach and strategic capital deployment. However, it is important to distinguish that Temasek is state-owned, and its assets are not personal wealth. Her position represents influence at the highest level of institutional finance. Celine Tang, alongside her husband Gordon Tang, has built a major real estate investment empire through Singhai Group. Their portfolio includes privatizations, large-scale property investments, and significant stakes in real estate trusts and development companies. They operate across both Singapore and international markets, managing assets worth hundreds of millions to billions in underlying value. Her role is deeply connected to deal-making and strategic property ownership. Chu Gek Kim represents multi-generational wealth combined with modern corporate leadership. As executive chairman of Straits Trading Company, she has transformed the firm into a diversified investment group spanning real estate, hospitality, and resources. Her family legacy traces back to Tan Chin Tuan, one of Singapore's most influential banking figures. Her wealth is anchored in publicly listed assets, institutional holdings, and long-term family capital. Christina Ong is a leading figure in global luxury retail and hospitality. She is the founder of Club 21 and Como Group, which operate across fashion, wellness, and luxury hospitality sectors. Xu Ping is the co-founder of Haidelau, one of the most successful restaurant chains globally. Alongside her husband Zhong Yong, she helped transform a single hot pot restaurant into a multi-billion-dollar international brand. Their Singapore assets include high-value real estate holdings and corporate structures managing global wealth. Her position reflects both operational success and equity ownership in a globally recognized food empire. At the top of the list is Mavis Khoo Oei, representing one of Singapore's most established and enduring family fortunes. She is the daughter of Khoo Teck Puat, a legendary banker whose investments helped shape regional financial history. A major milestone in the family's wealth came from the sale of their Standard Chartered stake, which significantly expanded their fortune. Today, the family's holdings include heritage hotels, prime real estate, and long-standing investment portfolios across global markets. Her role is centered on stewardship, preserving legacy assets, maintaining institutional wealth, and continuing a tradition of philanthropy and long-term vision. And that concludes our countdown of the 15 richest Singaporean wives.